2 locations, 2 waterfalls, 3 compositions and a race against the elements. Threatening clouds build to the northeast. I had to move fast. With only a short time for vlogging, this video is a little shorter than normal, but full of tips for waterfalls, bracketing and composition. You're part of the photographic community that gives me so much, so it's time to give back to all of you. It's my mission to inspire and pass on my knowledge, passion and skills. You can subscribe using the watermark button on the screen. Ring your bell to make your subscription count. Please stay to the end and comment. It's your feedback that keeps the channel going. Okay, well here we are. I've moved the mic, as you can see, a little bit closer to me, so hopefully you can hear me and the sound's not too bad, because it is a little bit breezy and we're a little bit close to the water. But that's the whole point of today's journey out on the moors. It's kind of a scouting trip, so I don't really know exactly where I'm going, but I've got a plan. I've got an end goal objective where I'm going to go. It's supposed to be quite overcast today, a little bit of broken cloud at the moment, but I think that's going to build up because we've got rain forecasted for later. So I'm not intending to do anything more now until I get to a location in terms of vlogging, because I want to make a reasonable speed across country. Because we've got a round trip of about a 5-mile hike. This is the River Plym on Northmore National Park, and basically we're going to follow the River Plym for a couple of miles along the route. I'm aiming for a particular spot where I think there might be some nice sheltered pools, possibly some reflections. Who knows what's going to happen? It just depends on this weather conditions really, and what we're going to find when we get there, and whether I can get an angle for the shot. Then I'm going to be heading up to a place which I've been before, where I want to shoot a waterfall. Whether we get there or not really depends on the weather, so we'll just have to see what happens, because at this moment in time, you know as much as I know about how far we're going to get and whether we're going to get there. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep the mic fairly close to me today to improve the sound, so if there's a little bit of rustling and noise, I do apologise for that. But right now, let's get back on the path and get to our first location. Okay, so we have at long last set the camera up and got to our first location. It seemed absolutely ages for me to walk into here, and I never thought I was going to make it. And just now it started to spit with rain a little bit, but we seem to have a few more dry patches. So hopefully we can get this picture sorted and it'd be worthwhile. There's a few flies flying around again. My worst enemy, hate them. So basically set up on the camera that you just saw me put together. I'm using the Canon 5D Mark IV once again, as always. My Canon 24-105 zoom lens, and I've just put a leaf filter 0.75 neutral density on the front of the lens, just to cut the light down a little bit, because I want to go for a slow shutter speed. But I don't want to drop my aperture too low, because I don't want it to go too high. So if I start going above sort of like f11, get into the territory of like f16, 18 and 20 and beyond, the lens will start to lose sharpness. So I like to keep it where it is. Once again, I'm using the mic close to me because the water's really quite close. So I've set the camera up, and basically we'll put it on the live view just for the just for this bit. Okay, so I've been taking a number of exposures, and what I tend to do is I always use my cable release, as always. So I just need to get hold of that. Oh, dropped it on the floor, that always helps, doesn't it? Okay, so cable release, and basically I'm taking bracketed exposures from about a stop over to a stop under in 3 stages. So at the moment we're shooting at f8, half a second. Put my hand in front of the lens, that just marks where these sets start. So we'll take that one, and 1, 2, 2/3 of a stop, 1, 2, another 2/3 of a stop, 1, 2, another 2/3 of a stop, and that takes me to 1 stop underexposed. And then if I just put my hand in front again, take that click, on the screen we've got a nice good little marker showing exactly where our things start and stop. So a little bit about the composition. Let's get some of the information off the screen and lighten this up for you. So what I've tried to do is I've used the water in the foreground to give it kind of like a dark base along the bottom, and I've composed it with the waterfall in the middle. This is where all the interest is really. This picture really is about the flow, the waterfall and the river, because there isn't anything in the background. It's very, very, very bland. So we might even lose that and crop it out in post-production, but I haven't decided. I've left a slither of sky in, so if I want it I can use it, but it might well be that I sort of like crop it down to there and lose the sky completely. Left hand side of the frame, we've got a little bit of greenery and everything over, oops, sorry, again, in we go, come on guys, that's it. So I've got a little bit of greenery along the left hand side here, just sort of to give a side to the frame, this side, and to balance it out I've got it on the right hand side. I'd like to put a little bit more on the right hand side, but if I come over too far there's a little bit of a dam sort of across there, and it's man-made and it just doesn't look right, so I want to keep that out of the frame. So that's basically it really. Pleasant Dartmoor scene, and hopefully I'll get some decent images out of it. So I might take a couple more now, and if I do take them then I'll put them up and show you what they are. If they don't come out then you won't see them, and then I'm going to go on to my second location, hopefully before this rain comes in. So I'll see you in a minute. The moody skies subdued the bright greens and cast a warm glow over the desaturated landscape. If you're enjoying this video, you don't have to wait until the end. Subscribe now and check out this video on shooting waterfalls. Dark skies continued to grow. I adopted a diagonal composition and the low viewpoint to add a little drama to the photograph, but kept the same dark, warm feel. Well, the weather held off long enough for me to capture this one last photograph. I can't say I got back to the car dry though. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications of new videos, because soon I will be back showing you how I shot and edited this raw photostat image. I hope you're enjoying the video. Maybe you would like to carry on, so try these suggestions next. I want to share more knowledge, more skills, more passion and stories about photography with you. So think about subscribing. If you do, ring the bell. It will make your subscription count. If you have time, comment. I will see you on the next video, so get out there and enjoy your photography.